But what about just the hard work of jiu-jitsu has made you a better man?
I mean, everything. I think, I don't know if it's just the jiu-jitsu, but it's the people that jiu-jitsu's brought into my life. They've kind of been examples for me. So like coaches that I've had, or, goals that I've set and then accomplished. Like I love, setting out a goal to win something and then doing all the steps to get there and then completing the goal. And I always say like whenever, like even like some of the big titles that I've won, I just try to enjoy it only when I'm on the podium. That's kind of like something that I always set for myself. Just because I feel like when you step off the podium, the moment's over. So why would I continue to kind of live in that? And like once that's over, then I'm like, okay, what's next? I still enjoy it. I still say, hey, I've won this or I've done that. But I think people get caught into that complacency moment where they're like, oh, well, I've won this, I've won that. Like, it doesn't really matter though. Like if I step onto the mat and the other person against me, I mean, it's just another man.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's kind of like, what have I put in? And another thing too, that I started doing at brown belt, and I think this took me, my first year at brown belt, I had kind of a mixed bag. I've medaled at all the majors and all these things. My second year, I won basically everything. And the big difference was I kept asking myself at the beginning of that year, I asked myself, I said, what would the best in the world do? I just woke up one morning, I had that thought. And I almost wonder if it was, like a divine intervention thing. I woke up with that thought, and one morning I said, what would the best in the world do? And I realized a lot of the things that I was doing weren't aligned with that, right? And one of my mentors, Adam Techman, he always talks to me about, Ray Dalio?
Oh yeah.
Principles, yeah.
Oh yeah, great book.
Great book. And he kind of put me on that, and he has, with his company, he has these values that they have, and one of them is alignment and transparency. Those are the big one is alignment, and the other one's transparency. And I kind of felt like I wasn't really necessarily aligning, and I wasn't being totally transparent with myself. So, once I kind of set that out, I was like, okay, what would the best in the world do? And I just started doing that. The results come.